I'm going to begin just by asking, this is your first animated feature. I was wondering what the experience was like, because it seems to be quite a different type of role than, I mean, a whole different sort of form of acting. But was this one that you sort of quite enjoyed?
Massively, and it's been a sort of long-standing ambition of mine to be involved in a film of this nature. It's just a happy coincidence that the first animated feature opportunity that was presented to me happened to require that I sing as well, which is something that I love to do. But it is a very, very different thing, and that's kind of the joy of the job, really, you know, the variety and the diversity of things that you're able to do, if you're lucky, as I have been so far. But yeah, it's tough, it's not easy. It's, you know, those incredible voice actors who do this for a living. I mean, they are talented, hard-working people. They make it look easier than it is.
Is it quite strange? Because I guess you've obviously done this movie with, you know, the likes of sort of Reese Witherspoon, Matthew McConaughey, Scarlett Johansson, etc. Yeah. But I guess you probably didn't actually see that much of them. But it must be quite weird that you're sharing this whole experience. You're all out there promoting this movie.
That's right. Yeah.
I guess it must feel like you sort of didn't do it together, if that makes sense.
No, I mean, I think you know, you become very close with the director Garth and the other people who are involved in the recording. But I genuinely think there's a kind of a beauty in not working with the other actors. You know, some people find it kind of disengaging and like it's hard to do, but actually it is a very technical art form, and I think doing it in isolation and then seeing it all to come together, I found that to be a really a pleasant and different experience. So it's cool. It's like a big surprise at the end.
And is it kind of easier to sit back and enjoy this as an audience member, say more so than say Kingsman or Eddie the Eagle, where you're the lead star, you're in every single scene? Yeah. When it's just your voice, you're able to kind of have that more of a disconnect and then appreciate it more as a film and not get kind of bogged down by your own performance.
I guess so. Yeah, I think, you know, certainly for the first viewing of a live action film, and I really enjoy watching films that I know I'm not one of those actors who doesn't like to watch their work. It's nice to see your work realised. But you do scrutinise yourself, and there is an element of kind of self-flagellation and a bit of vanity in there. Whereas this, it's great because you get to watch it far more. I always get confused, objectively, subjectively.
You know what? I literally don't know. They're those two words. I mean,
anybody? No, going to leave me down. You're great.
I'm going to go for subjectively.
Subject. You can watch it. You can watch it in a more sort of detached, non-biased way. And I watched it, and I just think it's the most fabulous, fun, heartwarming thing. So yeah, it's great to be a part of.
And I mean, do you think, can you see yourself doing or wanting to do more kind of musicals going forward? Because it actually feels like there's been a bit of a resurgence of late. Not only La La Land, but all of these kind of Disney kind of live action remakes. It seems that there's a hankering again for the
Freddie
musical.
Mercury in the works as well, isn't there, with Rami Malek and and Brian. Yeah, I'd absolutely kill to. I would. No one's kind of approached me with anything yet, but I mean, there's hope yet.
So as singing, I mean, you sort of mentioned before, it's something you've always enjoyed doing. Has it been a passion from when you were really young, singing? Is it something you've ever done properly?
Yeah, probably kind of those tween kind of years, you know, maybe 10 to 12 sort of age. Yeah, I remember joining choirs, and probably, you know, that was the age where you start, you know, 12 is probably the age I started getting into music and singing in my bedroom and really enjoying it and enjoying the feeling of, you know, of kind of singing something kind of just behind closed doors. But then, you know, it was probably much later that I started singing in front of people. I think I was 17 when I did my first amateur musical. And I did absolutely love it. And I think I probably harboured a secret desire to do it professionally since then, so I'm very glad I'm sat here now.
So what's your go-to singing in the shower song?
I've got a few. There's a song called Living for the City by Stevie Wonder, which is probably, you know, largely about oppression in America, but it's still a great song. And then Faith by George Michael is a favourite of mine, and there's a few Bowie ones. Obla Dee, Obla Da by the Beatles. There's plenty back there, yeah.
Just quick, obviously Kingsman, the sequel is coming out. I mean, what was it like going back and revisiting that role of Eggsy as a more experienced actor? Because I guess that first one, you had all this you were kind of wide-eyed, it's kind of this new experience for you. What was it like going back, playing the same role and getting into that same mindset, but as a sort of slightly different person, I guess?
Weird, and as you would expect, the character has developed as well. He's more grown up now. But it was great. It was like coming home. There was a lot of the same crew, same photographer, same cinematographer. So obviously Matthew came back to direct, and same producer. So it was like a big sort of family thing coming back, and it was very exciting because people had liked the film we made. But also I really felt the pressure of it as well, because it's there's a you know, with the first one there was absolutely no expectation, whereas this one everyone's going, okay, what have you got? You know, we've got to sort of top the first one, which I think is no mean feat. But that's, you know, that's Matthew's lookout, not mine. My work is done. But yeah, it was really fun. We had a great time. Tough, you know, those fight scenes are they're no picnic. But yeah, it's looking incredible. It really is.
Well, thanks so much for your time today. Much
Stefan.
appreciated.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey, you guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yeah.
Nice.
Hey,